good morning. I hope you're having a good day so far today. It is so foggy again this morning. Also, it was foggy like all day yesterday, so I was able to use in my journal. I have been like drawing the type of weather that it is for the majority of the day, and I honestly never thought that I was going to be able to use the fog one, but I was, so I was very excited about that. And I wanted to tell you because, yeah, I just never thought that I was going to be able to use that weather type in my journal, but I was. But anyway, as for today, there is another fungus gnat flying around, but that's no surprise. I'm not really planning on that much besides obviously the normal everyday things. So I think, man, it is so foggy outside. I can barely see out my window. But I think because of that, I'm going to be able to, if I feel like it, get a lot of work done on my shirt that I am making. I really hope that it works well because so far I really like it. My floor and my bedroom is a mess right now because of all the fabric and everything that I need to make it. So I would like to work on it a little bit just to get it cleaned up a little bit over there. But if I don't do that, I don't know what else I'm going to be getting up to yet today. But as for right now, I just wanted to say good morning, and I'm hoping you're having a good day so far today. And yeah, I will see you in just a second with I don't know what it'll be. You never do know, but I will see you in a second. I have been working on my shirt here for a little bit today. I've sewn to here on both sides, so this is technically the right side out. So this is what the outside, the front of it will look like, the velvet material, and then this is the inside. So like there's two pieces of fabric here. But I did realize that I have to add the straps on the back, unfortunately, which, you know, it's a bummer, but at least I can make them super thin and they shouldn't be as noticeable. The shirt still looks really good, so I'm very happy about that. And then I should be able to just trim off a teeny tiny bit of this and then just add like one or two maybe more ties, because I don't think I'm gonna like sew both sides together. I'll tie them just so that way this piece will match. But yeah, it looks really good still and I'm very happy with it. And I didn't mention this yesterday, but when I was taking the sweater apart, which is what this fabric came from, I accidentally ripped the fabric right here, unfortunately, but I'm deciding whether or not I want to cut the piece of fabric that's behind it and just kind of like make it very noticeable, or sew it back up and make it like not very noticeable, or you know, I haven't decided yet, so that's why that's still there, but I will fix it one way or another. And it's the first time I've made a full-length shirt. It's still a halter and it still kind of follows the same pattern that I usually make, so it's not something completely different, but hey, it is still something different and I'm happy with it. But I'm gonna get back to work on this just a little bit more, and then I'll give you a quick update on how far I make it. Two things real quick. The first one is I made one arm sleeve. I can put this one on later to show you what it looks like. I need to do the other one, but I made it out of the velvet material like the top is made out of. That was technically the sleeves of the sweater that this was before I cut it. This is inside out. One second. Okay, that's better. I did, unfortunately, like I said, have to add these straps, but it's okay. They still look, you know, they don't really take away from the shirt that much, but I have the bottom seam of the shirt completely sewn, and I am gonna leave this little ripped piece just because I thought it looked kind of cool. I might add like a piece of fabric underneath just to, you know, make it super noticeable, because, you know, it was a mistake. I don't want to leave it to make it noticeable because it's there, you know. I think it would look cool if I made it more noticeable, so I'm leaving that, and I am gonna sew it with probably, I don't know what color thread yet. I'm thinking like a red thread to make it very noticeable, but I don't know yet. I haven't sewn the sides of the shirt yet because I want to kind of, I don't know if this is gonna work, but kind of do like a kind of like shoelaces, how that ties on your shoes. I actually have shoes on right now, but like this type of a backing on it, so that way it can go up like that on here. But I don't have anything that like fabric that doesn't stretch, so I need to get some ribbon for that. But otherwise, technically I am mostly done, and that is honestly really incredible because it usually takes me such a long time to make things. So yeah, that's why I decided decided to make one of the gloves. I have the other piece of fabric cut out already, and the right size. I just need to sew it. But yeah, made pretty good progress on this today so far. It is much later on in the day now, but before I get started crocheting, I wanted to show you the arm sleeve glove thing that I made earlier. So I'm not going to be able to show you all of it, unfortunately, because my hoodie and the sleeves, like, you won't be able to see all of it, but it goes all the way up to here on my arm, so like all the way up. But this is it, and it's just like, it's so soft because it's the velvet material. I only have one made, obviously, so far, and I also did like a really good job with the seam and everything. Like, you can barely see where it's stitched together, which is amazing. So yeah, obviously the glove is amazing, and I love it, and I love this material too because it's like, has a very, very slight stretch to it, so it makes it very comfy and easy to move. I do need to remove some of the excess fabric on the inside because yeah, I made the fabric piece a little bit too big because, again, I'd rather have it too big and be able to, you know, remove some later on than not enough and have to figure out how to make that work. But I also, and I never do this, but I also, like, I don't think you can see, unfortunately, because it's black, but I folded the top edge so it's like actually finished properly, and it's not just like a raw edge like on the bottom of the gloves, which I am going to do as well, just very tiny so that way it doesn't fray. But yeah, I'm glad that I have at least one glove technically done. Even though it is annoying having everything everywhere, I'm kind of enjoying it because I haven't made something just like completely new in a really long time. I've made like arm sleeves like this millions of times, so that's nothing new, but this shirt is completely different, and I am very, very happy, like I said, with how it's turning out so far. I'm very surprised by that. I just need to figure out how to get the back of that thing done, and like if I want to use ribbon, or if I can find something that I have, like maybe some of my rope would work. The thinner one that I have might work because that doesn't stretch. I don't know how I'm gonna finish it, but I want it to be a little bit fancy looking because the whole shirt just looks very fancy. It'll just be a normal shirt, like not saved, and it's still comfortable, which is good because sometimes when I'm making the halter crop tops that I make, it doesn't work out. Quite a few times when I make them, it doesn't work out, honestly, because I can't put the strap for the halter in the right place, and it's either like too far into my armpit or like too close to my neck, and it just like is not comfy, or sometimes they're too thick or too thin. Yes, I am that picky with clothing. So it doesn't work out that often, so when it does, it's always very surprising, and it seems like this one is absolutely perfect, so I'm very grateful for that. Everything is working out, and it's amazing. Even with that little rip that I did, I do think I'm going to use red fabric around it, and I might actually end up sewing it together. That way it will be kind of fixed, but it will be noticeable that it was ripped, because, you know, I don't want to fix it and just have it blend in. I want it to be noticeable because I did mess up, and it just adds a little bit of, you know, extra, I don't know, personality to it, I guess. All because I messed up when I was taking the, what was it called? A sweater. That's the right word for it. There we go. I don't know why that was so hard for me, but all because I messed up taking the sweater apart. It's gonna have a little bit of extra flair to it. But yeah, besides getting sewing done today, what else did I do? I got out for a little bit and ran a couple of errands, and got the most important thing that we needed, of course, which is cat treats, because the girls need their treats. What else did I do today? Worked out, obviously, because it's Friday. But besides that, most of the day was fairly normal. I think the most of the day was just sewing and figuring out how I wanted to make the shirt, because that was honestly, I think I was working on it for like a couple hours, which is a long time for me, as you know. Normally with me, like things that I'm working on, I'm just like 20 minutes and then I need to take a break. But when I get into it, I can work on it for a very long time. And also, I wanted to say, I am very sore today from working out, which is amazing because I haven't been sore in a very long time. Like, my legs are actually sore, and mostly my arms, shoulders, and like the what are they called, lats on my shoulder blade area are very sore today, and I am not complaining because yeah, I have not been sore in a very long time. Because after you've been working out for quite a while, you know, you just don't get sore anymore. I don't know why that happens, but it's very weird, and I kind of like, I'm very excited because it means that I am hopefully making a little bit of progress now. I've changed my workout routine just a little bit by adding a couple of different exercises, and I think that's why, but whatever it is amazing. Oh, and also, by the way, I wanted to say, since I don't remember when it was like a week ago, this is probably a little bit of a TMI moment, but part of why I have a little bit of acne right now, which yesterday it was really painful, today it's not that bad, thankfully it is going away, but the reason I have that is because my digestion is not the best in any way, shape, or form, and it was kind of giving me troubles all last week, and a couple of days ago actually. I think that all of that issue has settled down again, so I am very grateful for that. It was only like a week this time, so not too bad. It wasn't that long lasting this time. And also, I just noticed how much yellow yarn that we have used. We are really making good progress on this color already. What round are we on? The third one, I think, using this color, so not many. I'm still gonna guess that we're gonna have about 6 rounds with this color though. And a couple of plant updates for today. I was definitely going back and forth on whether I wanted to say this or not. One is very exciting. Laura, my umbrella plant, looks like she is growing new leaves. So it looks like she has woken up from winter, which is very exciting. She doesn't really grow that much very often. So the fact that she has quite a few new little leaves is really exciting, so I wanted to share that. I'll probably show her when I take care of everybody on Monday, if I remember to anyway. But also, the other thing that I wanted to say, the tomato plant, quite a few of them are starting to ripen all of a sudden, which is really, really exciting. When I harvest them, which will probably be tomorrow, I'm probably going to, and if you also hear funny noise, the laundry machine is also running, but I will probably be trimming the tomato plant quite a bit, so that way it can focus on growing new leaves and another batch of tomatoes after I harvest these. Try not to trim it too much because it does have quite a few smaller tomatoes as well on it still, but I do know that I want to trim it a little bit. I did want to say that quite a few of them are all ripening at once, which is really exciting because usually with my tomato plants it's like one at a time, and the fact that quite a few of them are now at one time is really exciting because yeah, that just doesn't happen. And I'm also really getting excited to be able to bring my little tomato plants that are in soil outside. I know it's not time yet, but it's starting to get pretty close, I think. This weekend will be like the first, as long as the forecast is correct, because it has been so wrong so often, I don't even know anymore. If it is actually what the forecast is saying, this next week will be very spring-like weather, so it's really, really getting me excited to bring those little guys outside. Again, I'm not going to yet, but it is getting close to being time, so I'm really getting excited to garden again outside this year, and the fact that it's going to be completely different than how I ever have is going to be a fun new challenge, I think, honestly, for me. It is going to look super weird in here, though, with all the plants being outside that I've had in here that are planned to go outside, because there are 3 tomato plants, and all the little guys that are sprouting from seed are going to be going outside, and it's going to look so strange. Because those tomato plants that are in soil take up so much space on my countertop, honestly. Like half of it. Which is a good thing, because it means that they're super healthy, but yeah, they do take up a lot of space, so the point is it's just gonna look really weird without them being there. I'll have room for more plants though. I said this when I first started crocheting versus knitting, but I still don't understand why this is. I am so much more chatty when I am crocheting versus when I'm knitting, and I don't know why, because this technically is taking more of my concentration to do than knitting. Like, I can literally knit with my eyes closed, and this I really have to look at to make sure that I'm not messing up, but I'm so much more chatty doing this than when I was knitting, and it doesn't make any sense. I don't mind, of course. Hopefully you don't mind either, because it does make for a longer video, but yeah, it's very interesting, and I have no idea why. But we have just finished that side of the blanket, so I believe that one was the long side too, because it did take a little bit longer. So because of that, I am going to need to stand up today, which is honestly kind of easier now because it is so big both ways, but this is what all of the blanket looks like. It's a very big blanket. But anyway, yeah, that is gonna do it for the video today. So I hope you enjoyed it, and way more importantly, I hope you have a good day today no matter what you're doing. If it's a lot or a little, it doesn't matter. I just hope you have a good day. Even if that means just like for a half a second, it still counts as a good day. And again, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend it with me. Yeah, I know I say it a lot, but just like truly, thank you so much. And as for tomorrow, I am most likely going to be getting at least the other glove sewn, if not finishing the shirt, which would be very exciting if I finished that tomorrow as well, and taking care of the tomato plant that's in water, because it definitely needs a little bit of care, and to harvest all of those tomatoes, which I'm really excited for, because yeah, that's probably gonna be, I don't know, maybe at least like 10 tomatoes that are ready, which is absolutely incredible all at once. But yeah, so that's probably what the majority of the video is going to be. Anything else that I get up to, I have no idea yet, so we will figure it out tomorrow. But yeah, again, just thank you so much for spending time with me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Have a good rest of your day.